All right. In this question, we've got a composite three-dimensional shape. We have a cylinder that's topped by a hemisphere. Hemisphere is basically a half a sphere. All right. So the radius of this hemisphere is 11 feet, and the height of the cylindrical portion is 34 feet. So our question is to find the volume. Now we need to find both the exact volume, which means in terms of pi, and fractions, using fractions, and also need to find the rounded. Okay, so it's a two-part problem because we have two shapes put together. Let's start with the cylinder. We're going to find the volume of the cylindrical part. And so the volume formula, and so you need to know the radius of the circular base, which it is 11. Get a squared, and then multiply by the height of the cylinder, which is 34. So that calculation is going to give me the volume of the cylinder. So 121 is what I get for 11 squared times 34. All right, so my volume of the cylinder is 4,114 pi. So that is the exact volume for the cylinder. Now, we still need to find the volume of the dome part. Okay. So the dome part, as you can see, is basically half of a sphere. And so the volume of a sphere is involved. It's 4/3 pi r cubed. Okay. So the radius of that spherical part is 11. But now we have to cube that. 11 cubed, which means 11 times 11 times 11 is 1,331. Now, how are we going to deal with the 4/3? Well, we have to use the rules for multiplying fractions. So we would multiply the numerators. So 1,331 times 4. Which would give me 5,324. Then divide that by 3. Now, I don't think this fraction can be reduced. So, however, this is the volume of a sphere, right? We only need half of it, half a sphere. So to take half of it, we basically have to multiply this fraction by 1/2, which ends up being like this. Essentially, you're going to multiply the denominator by 2. And so the volume of half a sphere is going to be 5,324 over 6. Now, actually, well, before we multiply through, we could also, because I see that this number ends at 4, 2 and this number will probably cancel. So 5,324 divided by 2 is 2,662. So basically what I did prior to multiplying through, I actually canceled the 2 with the numerator and got 2,662. Let me erase this guy. And notice the 3 still stayed because I had to multiply my fraction by 1/2 because I was trying to take a half of my full sphere. And then when I did that, that 2 in the denominator was able to cancel with the to 4 in the numerator, which left you with 2662 in the numerator, and the 3 still remained. So that's how we got 2,662 over 3, and then times pi. Okay. So this is my volume of the hemisphere. This is my volume of the cylinder. Uh-oh. Oh. All right, so now we have to combine them together. So let's see. Got 4 pi. So 4 pi, that was the volume of the cylindrical part. And then 2662 over 3 pi. 2662 over 3 pi was the volume of the hemisphere. Now, because both of these expressions have pi in them, we also will need to add the coefficients in front of them. Okay, getting complicated, but okay. So then I would need the same denominator as this second fraction. But to get the denominator of 3, I also need to multiply this numerator by 3 to keep that balance. So my volume for the cylinder now becomes 4114 times 3, which is that. And notice if you take that number, 12,342, and divide it by 3, you're going to get back to 4,114. So essentially what I'm doing, I'm just creating a fraction that's equivalent, but just that has that same denominator as the second fraction, which is 2662 over 3 pi. All right, now I'm able to perform the operation of adding two fractions together. And so remember the rule for that is we're just going to add the numerators over the same denominator. Okay, 12,342 plus 2662 plus. All right, so I got 15,004 over 3 pi. Whew, okay. All right, and so then we have to also find the approximate volume and round to the 10th. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in that exact volume that we found. I'm going to put in parentheses 15,004 over 3 pi. And then for the approximate value, I'll actually divide that 15,004 by 3, then multiply it by pi to get 1,112. Point nearest tenth, it's 1 decimal.